What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring another install on the G35. It is the EPS tuning breather kit for the PCV system. So in the past, you guys know that I ran catch cam on this car before. No, they're not necessary. They do collect, blow by and whatnot, but the breather kit should eliminate all of that and just ventilate it pretty much into the atmosphere. So we're going to be installing this on the VQ35HR motor that I have in the G35 here. And I'm going to show you guys really quick, how to install it, but this shouldn't take very long. The steps to install this probably should take around 10 to 15 minutes. Then that's probably being generous, to be honest. So let's go ahead and open the packaging up and get going with this install. So first things first, I'll show you guys what's inside the packaging for this EPS breather kit. So two Vibrant, looks like crankcase breathers. Always trust Vibrant for those type of things, especially V-bends, clamps, and all that good stuff, even mufflers. Looks like we have the passenger side PCV with an O-ring already in there, and the 90-degree elbow. And we also have the caps on top of a spacer. That spacer right there should go right on this nut right there. So we're gonna have to loosen this top part off. Get this bolt off, get this whole thing out of here, and put that spacer in between there underneath the fuel rod, I believe, to kind of make this come up a little bit in order for that elbow to fit a little bit better. So yeah, let's go ahead and try that. So before we get the install, I want to let you guys know that I am starting from a different point that some of you guys may start from. I don't have stock air boxes. I do have aftermarket. Still in Gen 3 intakes on this car, which they do have an opening that I do have to cap off here, an opening that I do have to cap off there as well, and also on the back of the manifold. That's normal for this kit. So before I begin spacing out the bracket here that I have, I definitely want to let you guys know that there was some hoses in here before that went across the intake manifold here that connected those two pieces together that are not going to be featured in this video because that came with the stock air box and all that stuff was rotted out and it's gone now. So just want to let you guys know. There we go. Be a little difficult. Goes. There's a third one right here. Pardon for the dog barking in the back. There's a dog grooming place right behind my apartment, and it's really annoying. I think I can just loosen this up and move it to the side. Nope. That clearly didn't work out as I intended. There we go. Put this off to the side. Move this bracket out the way a little bit. Might be able to access this better now. Yep. There we go. Bracket out of the way. So we're gonna take this out of here. I believe it's a 12 mil, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So let's go ahead and loosen this up a little bit. Oops. Maybe help if I put it on the right side. Alrighty. Now that we have this out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and find a spacer and the packaging. Alrighty, there's that. Spaces should just sneak in right underneath there. So we put it right back in. And that's that. Pretty simple, right? Now this can go right back in here. Oops. I totally forgot which direction this went. Alright, so I think it goes in like this. Alright, we got it. Alright, thread this back in here. Put our 10 mil back on. Snug it up and put these clips back in. There we go. that step is done. So I'm going to start with the passenger side, and I want to note this takes I believe a 22 mil. Mine's already loose, I guess, so I'm just going to pull it out. Unscrew it real quick. Show you guys what that looks like. There it is. Let me focus on it real quick. And it looks like it has an O-ring on it. Make sure, it's very important that you guys put an O-ring on there. Whether you're replacing this or installing this kit, make sure that it has an O-ring. I can give you guys the part numbers if you need it below. But yeah, that goes right directly there to your valve cover, pretty much. So, all right, so this is the fitting, the 90-degree able fitting that comes in with the kit. That goes on this side. I'm going to take apart the bottom half of this, and I'm going to actually thread this in first before I put the 90-degree part section in. That way I can lube it, the O-ring, put everything in nice and snug. Shouldn't have any issue, but it looks pretty much like the one we took out. There's the O-ring right there. It's very important it has that, guys. Don't forget. All right, so the bottom part there is installed. Make sure when you install this, it's not about how tight it is. It's based off how the O-ring draws it into the pocket in there. You want to make sure that you get a good seal with the O-ring so you don't have a leaking PCV system. So make sure it's sealed properly. It goes in smoothly. You're not forcing it. Use a 7/8 to snug this up a little bit afterwards, but please make sure that it's sealed off nicely. So I went ahead and installed the AN fitting, the top part, the 90-degree elbow, and next we're going to install the half-inch filter. That's going to go on this side. The 5/8 goes on the other side. So once we do that, we should be wrapped up with this side, but I'm going to angle this a little bit more to the left to have more room for the filter. Alrighty guys, and we have our filter installed on this side. Don't over tighten this clamp either. It doesn't need to, you know, completely choke off this connection. Just make sure it's nice and snug, the filter's in place and not moving. So and also when you're sliding the filter in, a little bit of lubricant on the inside of it to help it slide down is actually decent. It's not a bad idea, because if you start to push and pull this thing, it can come apart. It's a very delicate part. Just be careful not to break it. So the next side is going to be pretty simple. So let's go ahead and move on to the driver's side. I'm going to go ahead and slide the driver's side on. And if you have a VHR manifold, you have a lot more clearance, where this is not going to seem like it's not going to fit. On the HR manifold, you have less clearance. You have to be very careful not to damage the filter. And also you're able to get a good tight on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use a ratchet and a very small socket. Looks like this is a 1/4 inch socket, and see if I can get it tightened in correctly. This side I am tightening up a little bit more than I normally would. Just simply I don't want that clamp to come loose. I'm happy with that. So that's all nice and tight. So now that we've done the driver's side, there it is, and the passenger side, we're going to start to cap off the intakes and the back of the manifold. It shouldn't take very long to do. So for capping this side off, we're going to use a zip tie, of course, that is not included, by the way. And we're also going to use a zip tie for this side. There we go. Alright, so let's put a zip tie through here. Actually going to do it from this side. But as tight as I can get it. And we're going to cut this off. Alright. Alrighty. That's tied off. We'll repeat the process on the passenger side. There we go. Make sure it's nice and tight. Snip it off. There we go. The last part of this install, guys, is on the in the back of the intake manifold. Might be kind of hard to see. My flashlight is already dying, but that's the part that we have to cap off with the smaller cap that comes included in the kit. So there it is, guys. I capped it off in the back of the manifold. At this point, installation is complete. All right, guys. Well, that's the installation for today. It's 100% complete. Honestly, it took me probably about 12 to 13 minutes, even videoing at the same time. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below or message me on Instagram. But as always, guys, if you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, those kind of things help out the channel, bring in the necessary revenue in order to make these videos and these DIYs for you guys. So as always, I appreciate your support. See you guys in the next one.